Hi, I'm Matthew Stevens. I'm the founder of Hurt Ends and Development Starts. The premise of our program is this: strengthen individuals to strengthen communities. So, what does it mean? What do I do? Um, well, I go around and I teach a course, and it's called Your Journey, Your Choice. Recently, I taught another course that I created called Choices at the Urban League. Um, as anybody knows, starting a business is not cheap. Um, but here's the truth: I've done it with nothing, absolutely nothing. The house I'm staying in, not mine. I haven't had my own bed or uh, even bought a new pair of shoes in the last 6 months, which for me says something. Um, so I came out to Las Vegas because I seen so many people, good people, who were in pain but needed something more. Um, and I came out to Las Vegas and I met tons of people, tons of people. Later, I'm going to show you pictures of some of the people I met and some of the things I've done since I've been here. One person in particular, his name is Frank, and I met Frank one night at a gas station. He was an alcoholic. However, he also sleeps on the streets. So, knowing that I had a warm place to sleep that night, I gave him my coat, and I told him, I hope this keeps you warm. And I took the beer out of his hand, and I said, "This won't keep you warm, but this will." I'm here to ask for help. Um, like I said, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Um, there's a website, www.heads.movie, so you can see at any time what I'm doing and see that I'm a real person. Here's the truth. Um, I'm struggling. I struggle all the time. But I know a lot of other people who struggle too. And that's how they came to make a difference. Uh, the reason I'm asking for help today is because I want to go see my daughter. And it's the holiday season, and she doesn't celebrate holidays, so I'm not trying to play that. But the truth is I want to see her. This is the longest we've ever been apart in our lives. It's just about a month and a half. I know it's pretty pathetic to some, but to us it's a big deal. But I don't have the money to get back to see her. Um, I found a plane ticket just now for $30 from Frontier Airlines, and I can't afford that. Um, here's the truth. I love people. And I wouldn't be here trying to help as many people as I am if I didn't love them. And that's just the truth. Um, I went through a horrible time in my life. I went through the pain of learning about some sexual abuse that took place when I was 4 years old. And at that moment, I lost everything I cared about. My father, he was my hero. Not anymore. The God I knew to be God, well, he couldn't be a protector because he would never let this happen to me. And so I spent the next 6 years, 5 6 years, trying to put all these pieces to the puzzle together. And I did that. And it wasn't easy. And I'll be honest with you, I was in so much pain. I went to the doctor and I said, I just need something to stop feeling for a little while. Or not stop feeling, but not feeling this bad. They put me on medication for bipolar. And I stayed on that medicine for 4 years. And the long and short of it, from my opinion, is it took away my conscience. Didn't matter what I did because I didn't care. But I didn't hurt anybody. That wasn't in me. I'm not somebody who likes to hurt people. I've worked with kids for 8 years. So that's how the idea of Hurt Ends and Development Starts came up. I saw from the years and years and years that we're helping kids and sending them back home to environments where their families are just going to, unfortunately set them up for failure again. Not because they wanted to, because they didn't have a choice, because they didn't know any better themselves. So I created the course, Your Journey, Your Choice, so those people could have a chance. We all deserve a chance. My life story? Well, I'm 34 years old. I've almost died on 3 separate occasions. One, I'll just be blunt and honest. One, all 3 of these attempts were suicide. At one point, my kidneys stopped functioning down to 20%, or actually less than 20%. I woke up in my own nastiness because my body was literally shutting down and ready to die. That was the last time. Another time I tried something else, and I don't like to talk about it just because I don't want anybody else to get an idea. But when I went to the hospital, the doctor said, "Do you realize that you were about 5 seconds away from dying?" No. Apparently I didn't do it right, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I was in so much pain. And I find myself in that same pain, agony right now. And I'm not trying to say be a pretty positive person. I do. Like I said, I haven't had what people would consider a normal job in 6 months. I've had days where I didn't eat. I've slept on floors. I've slept in basements. But you know what? I get up every morning and you know what I do? I take a shower. I clean myself up. I try and shave most days. You can't tell a day maybe. And I put on a tie every day. Not because I'm trying to trick people or because I want people to feel sorry for me or feel some type of way or think that, oh, well, this guy has money. No, it's about me. It's about self-respect. Because when I look at myself in a tie, I can finally say to myself and be honest, you know what? You're worth something. You have value. The fact that I'm willing to spend the time to learn how to tie a tie and put one on every day, which I've been doing for about a year, lets me know that I have value. There's a lot of pain in this world. So many people are dying and people go to jail for them, 10 years at a time. For what? Because they're in pain and they just can't say I'm hurting. And it's hard. It's hard. But your journey, your choice is a way to, of course, hurt ends and development starts is a beautiful thought, beautiful saying. But I'll never be able to end everybody's hurt. I'm not God. But I can give people a stronghold. I mean, really, ask yourself, how many men could survive what this man has survived in the last 6 months? In the last 6 months, let's see, I had a stroke. No, that was a year ago. I apologize. A year ago in August. I had a stroke. I've had 5 blood clots. I've been taken to the emergency room twice by an ambulance for panic attacks, anxiety. One time I was in the hospital actually for the stroke. I got up out of my bed and took all the plugs off my chest and everything because I wanted to go see my daughter. Her name is Journey, and there's nothing in the world I wouldn't do for her. I couldn't have came to Las Vegas if it wasn't for her, to be honest with you. I talked to her and I told her that I loved her and that if she needed me to stay, then Dad would stay. But for Dad to leave meant that he could help other people. He could help a whole lot of people. And my daughter, with the wonderful, kind-hearted person she is, she didn't think twice about it. She said, "Dad, you gotta go. You gotta help people." And so now, as I'm sitting here, it's killing me to think that I might not be able to be there for her. I'm typically not a crybaby, but the truth is this hurts. It hurts like hell. I'm not going back to Ohio to stay. I'm going to Ohio to come back to do it again. To keep working out here. I recently, like I said, just taught a class at the Urban League, and it got great reviews, not just from the people in the class, but the person who oversees the courses and the way they go. So I know I'm on to something. Not to mention, I've also developed 5 other courses after that. after, you know, that initial course to help people with just all types of different issues. Um, like dealing with children with ADD, dealing with children who have been sexually abused, dealing with sexual abuse yourself. Um, you know, that's some tough shit. Let me tell you. You think I'm a pussy because excuse my language. You think I'm weak because I'm crying about it? Well, I'm a man because I'm crying about it. Because I have one of two choices. I can either cry about it, or I can get mad and start hitting somebody. So you tell me what's weaker, the man who hits somebody, or the man who can just say, you know what, this hurts like hell, and I just want it to be over with. I just want to get through this pain so I can do better things in my life. That's where I'm at. And like I said, I love Las Vegas. I've met wonderful people here. Wonderful. I've met and I've impacted so many people's lives. It's just ridiculous. And I'm not a money hungry person. I don't even care about having money. As long as I have food and a roof over my head, I'm okay. I truly am. People may not think about that when they look at me, but that's the truth. The reason I even strive to make money, frankly, is because I know that's what so many people look at as important. And I'm not knocking that. If it's important to you, by all means, go attack that, get that dream. But for me, people are what's important. I want to see people happy. I went through so much hell, pain, and torture to not teach anybody about the pain and not teach anybody about how to manage their pain a little bit better. I was blessed. To be able to do it, and I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty good at it. So, as I said, the reason for this video is because I'm asking for your help. I need help to get back home to see my daughter, and I'll be honest with you, I need a place to stay when I get there. Because I can't have my daughter just staying nowhere. Please, I encourage you, ask me questions. If you don't think I'm real, by all means, check me out. I'm as real as they come. As far as being honest about where I've been, what I've been through, it's just a storm of negative things. Some of them self-induced, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of them just never even had to happen. But because of other people's ignorance, they in fact did happen. So please check out Heads.Mobi. Know that I'm doing this not just for me, not actually at this point, not even for me at all, because there's so many people in pain. You think that person's not you? Do you know somebody who's went to jail? Do you know somebody who suffers from depression? Do you know somebody who's died and that you just wish you could have had that one last conversation with to say, you know what? Skip the bullshit, I'm sorry. You ain't never had that conversation? You never had the one to have a conversation? Excuse me, wanted to have that conversation? I have a hard time believing that. So I ask you for your help, not to just support me and just getting back to see my daughter, but more importantly, getting back to see my daughter and then coming back to Las Vegas to continue what I'm doing. Like I said, please check my record. Please, I'm genuine. I'm real. I'm me. And asking for help was not easy for me to do. But letting my little girl down is just not an option. I appreciate your help. I appreciate your time. And I appreciate everything everybody has done to support Hurt Ends and Development Starts. Thank you and have a wonderful night.